It's an honor to have Mary Hours as our keynote speaker today. Born and raised in Beaver Falls, Mary Hours graduated from Point Park University in 2012 with a bachelor's degree in broadcast journalism. She then attended Mississippi State University to earn her broadcast and operational meteorology certification. She is now a meteorologist at KDKA after starting her career in 2013 at WTOV9 in Steubenville, Ohio, and then WJAC in Johnstown. Miss Hours has a musical theater background, so when she's not on the air, you can find her performing the national anthem at sporting events, along with educating, dancing, and sharing mom humor on social media. Please join me in a warm welcome for Mary Hours.
Thank you, and good afternoon. I'm so excited and honored to be here today in front of friends, family, faculty, alumni, and of course, the brilliant class of 2023. Are you ready to graduate? Good. So after being asked to do this today, I Googled writing a commencement speech, and Google told me, like any other paper you've written for school, your speech should have something similar to a thesis as well. In other words, your speech will need a theme or message that can keep your audience's attention focused. The more you ramble, the less likely they'll pay attention or remember what you say afterward. With that said, here's what ChatGPT told me to say. Kidding. Then I'm thinking, well, I wasn't into writing papers. I couldn't remember who spoke at my commencement. I wasn't a straight A student. Well, I did get an A in speech. Then I thought, wow, I can't believe they're having me talk at commencement. Where do I start? If you told me I'd speak at my commencement, I'd speak at this commencement, I'd be like, what? No way, because college wasn't easy for me. I never thought I'd wear a cap and gown again. We watch Netflix movies and TV shows where the main character starts off standing at the podium, the room's silent, and they don't know what to say. Then they throw their note cards in the air and they produce this beautiful, amazing speech, and after, everyone gives a standing ovation. Well, I'm not gonna throw my speech in the air because I've learned life isn't perfectly scripted like a movie. We cry about things in movies we may not cry about in life. We make mistakes. We don't always make the first shot, kind of stole that from a movie, but it's true. Not everyone falls in love at first sight or gets married to their high school or college sweetheart. Movies are highlighting these perfect moments, and it's not always a happy ending. You just never know what's going to happen next in life. So I'm not going to stand here and quote anyone famous or quote any movies. I'm going to keep it real and tell you to believe. That's from Ted Lasso, isn't it? I love spoilers. Probably one reason I'm a meteorologist, because I can predict the future. I wish I could go back and tell my younger self in those pixelated digital camera photos, relax, breathe. You're going to get mostly everything you've worked for. It's not going to come easy, but everything will be okay. Now, rewind before I was a meteorologist on TV. I was a small town girl from Beaver Falls. I did gymnastics, ice skating, cheerleading, and softball. Everything seemed so perfect as a kid. I'm 32 now. Also not afraid to show my age or get older. Once my parents got divorced and my dad passed away when I was 16, my life didn't seem so perfect at times. While in high school, I performed in musicals and didn't really care about getting good grades. My goals were win best dressed in the yearbook, make homecoming court, be prom queen, be valedictorian. All things I never was, but dreamt about. I didn't think I was going to go to college. Not many people in my family did. The stage is where I felt like me. I wanted to move to New York and be on Broadway and just live my life like a movie and be a starving waitress because I had the experience. My first job at 14 was at a pizza shop. It wasn't like it is now where you must think about college freshman year. I still didn't think about college until my senior year, and my friend's mom, who also graduated from Point Park, told me I needed to come here for musical theater. Well, I got in academically, not for musical theater, and I was shocked. I'll admit, some things in my life I felt like were luck. Point Park was the only school I applied for, so I thought, I have to come here. So now, after my mom was crying coming out of the financial aid office saying we couldn't afford it, I said, yes, we can. We can do it, and we'll figure it out. And we did. I'm not perfect. No one is. I screwed up big time my sophomore year here. Keith Palo should have kicked me out for fighting, but he believed in me enough to give me a second chance. So thank you. I remember thinking after that, I can't live my life like this. I need to stop feeling sorry for myself and get up and be better. I took that second chance, decided I wanted to be a meteorologist. Funny thing was, I got a D in pre-calc in high school and a C in elementary math my freshman year here. So joke was on me when I needed math to get into Mississippi State University. I had to beg Point Park to let me take pre-calc and calculus in the same semester my senior year, and they graciously let me. I wanted it so bad that I worked my butt off, and I got an A and a B. Thanks. There's been times I've lost hope in my dreams, partied too hard in the Boulevard apartments, fell asleep in Heather Starfiedler's class, had sleepless nights in West Penn working on projects. And sleepless nights don't end, especially when you become a parent or wake up at 3 a.m. for work like I do on the weekends, which is probably when some of you go to sleep. I've cried many tears in my dorm on the 12th floor of Lawrence Hall from a broken heart. I've had to take anger management classes. I also got yelled at for being on my phone in Andrew Conti's class until I told him it was my mom texting me about my childhood dog passing away. It's sad, I know. So I'm not judging any of you for being on your phone right now, just as long as you're going to my social media pages and clicking follow. Hey, it's part of my job. After I thankfully graduated, I didn't get my first job in broadcasting right away. I went back to school online for meteorology while bartending and working at a clothing store. Eventually, I got my first job, which was huge. And in this business, we are told to look, talk, and act a certain way. I wasn't me. I was scared to do things like a Facebook Live. I would cry at viewers' comments about how I dressed and the shape of my body. Now, I do things for me. I do what I love doing my whole life. I sing and dance on social media, educate people on the weather, and I wear what makes me feel good. I ignore the haters because I'm confident in who I am. And just when life is good and you think you have it all, another challenge gets thrown at you. Recently, being a mom of 2, I was diagnosed with severe anxiety and postpartum depression. But you know what? I'm okay. It's all going to be okay. And I wouldn't change a thing. So my advice to you is to keep being your biggest fan. Be confident. Keep thinking you can do it and succeed. No one else is going to do that for you. It won't happen overnight, but there will be plenty of bumps in the road. Don't forget that self-love is the most important kind of love. And if you have that, you'll have all you need to succeed in life, not just professionally, but personally. Will it be hard? Yeah. Will it be worth it? Absolutely. I've heard so many times, you'll never be famous. It's a long shot. You're not that smart. You can't have it all, and you can't have a career and family. Well, yes, the heck you can. Be the main character in your movie. Create your own happy ending. Don't let someone else create the narrative. Be unapologetically you. Don't let your past define who you're meant to be. You don't have to come from a perfect family to have your perfect family one day. You don't have to get straight A's to get a great job and make a living for yourself. You don't have to be the loudest person in the room or most popular to be successful. Good things will come if you work hard and be the best version of you. It won't happen overnight, but you better work for it. You better not just get your foot in the door, you better kick through that door. Not literally, but push for what you want. If someone tells you no, there's going to be someone else that tells you yes. Be annoying and keep emailing and calling. And if they don't give you a chance, that's their loss. Keep a positive mindset and don't care what people think about you. Be proud of who you are. Have boundaries. Remind yourself it's okay to say no. Have faith in what you stand for, and don't forget where you've come from. You're the only you there is and ever will be. Now get out in the world and go get class of 2023. You did